Mufasa was the bad guy. Dark Fan Theory of The Lion King Part 1. Hello viewers. How are you? Welcome to Nibir Network. Today we will discuss about the first dark fan theory of The Lion King, which is, Mufasa was the bad guy. Feel free to check all of the other videos I have made about The Lion King. With that said, let's get back to our discussion topic. You will say, surely not. Mufasa is kingly, graceful, kind and loving towards his kingdom. Even his name literally means king. So what is this crazy Lion King fan theory all about? But remember guys, the victors write the history, and Simba's overwhelming victory probably led his supporters to rework the story to fit him. Here are the reasons why he is a bad king. Number 1. He made up a phrase, the circle of life, for his own good. The world Mufasa presents, where the big guns, aka his family, get to eat all those lower down on the food chain because hey, corpses will be grass tomorrow so you can eat too. It sounds pretty rough. In reality, the circle of life is just propaganda fit to a catchy tune, telling the lower rungs of society to be happy and silent as food, and that's that. Pretty bleak, right? Number 2. He made a segregation between the animals. Every king has to see his objects in an equal way. He has to give everyone the same rights. But in the case of Mufasa it was different. Mufasa had built a kingdom with clear segregation of those who threaten his position. Within Pride Rock, who can speak? The lions, Zazu. That's it. Outside of Pride Rock, however, we see the hyenas and Timon and Pumbaa capable of speech but clearly not a part of this community. What's more, there's a complete character assassination of Scar, when he seems to be the only one trying to make reparations with the hyenas. He doesn't do it through coercion or threats, he does it through the mere offer of food. Was Mufasa really denying the hyenas the right to eat? Of course, there's also the iconic song Be Prepared, where Scar addressing his troops as it were, clearly drawing parallels between him and the Nazis, like that's not the oldest trick in the book. Want to make people think someone is bad? Compare them to Hitler. Nice one, Simba. Number 3. Mufasa's death caused bad weather in Prideland, doesn't make any sense. Whilst Scar actually is king, what does he do wrong? Pride Rock was in famine, drought, and bad weather. I hear you cry, right, like a lion could actually influence any of those things. You really expect Scar to somehow conjure rain out of nowhere? Really? Mufasa would have had to grapple with the same things, but I guarantee he wouldn't have been blamed for it like Scar was. Of course, Simba is kid who absolutely idolizes his dad. All he really saw of him was the glory days through a child's eyes, and the rest has been passed down to him through Mufasa's supporters, Zazu, Rafiki, Nala, his mother. It's no wonder he didn't hesitate for a second to condemn his uncle. Number 4. Mufasa has a high temper. Throughout the time that we actually see Mufasa, several of the characters mention things that make you think. Is Mufasa really the good, wise, and brave king that most people think? When we are first introduced to Mufasa's brother, Scar, you hear Scar mention Mufasa's temper. When Mufasa questions Scar about challenging him, Mufasa acts as though Scar was trying to start a fight. Clearly, Scar is way too small of even dream of challenging the much stronger Mufasa, as he clearly says a few moments later. Due to his sudden spark in anger, could Mufasa have had a violent past? Number 5. Mufasa never treats Scar as his own brother. Moreover, Mufasa never treats Scar as his own brother. Remember, when Zazu making a fun of Scar, Mufasa smiled back. He never even make a single effort to try to defend Scar. Number 6. Mufasa was dreadful from inside. When Mufasa fights of the hyenas and tells Zazu to take Nala home, Zazu acts genuinely afraid of the king. Sure, it could be because he was in fear of being fired from his job, but could there have been a different reason? Why would Zazu wish him good luck? Sure, he could just feel sympathy for the cub because he was going to be scolded by his father, but As stated earlier, Mufasa is said to have a temper. Number 7. Mufasa might have same characteristics like Scar. Scar and Mufasa are brothers, and since we get to see Scar throughout the whole movie, we know he has an ambitious and murderous attitude. Could Mufasa have the same personality as his brother, even though the two don't look alike at all? Some may argue, but under Scar's rule, the pridelands turned into a wasteland. Why didn't that occur under Mufasa's rule? This was because Scar allied himself with a huge pack of hyenas, who most likely ate all of the food. The maximum amount of hunters and mouths to be fed went over the carrying capacity that the pridelands could provide. Mufasa clearly made the hyenas stay away, so that the prey amount would not be disrupted. Number 8. Mufasa was not a good parent. Mufasa was also not a good father. His only son Simba almost died 2 times, because of his negligences. The first time, when Simba neglected Scar's order and went straight to the elephant graveyard. Although Mufasa went exactly the same time to rescue his only offspring, but most likely Zazu came to him to tell that. Otherwise who knows, if Simba would be killed by hyenas or not. Mufasa was also careless about his kingdom. He doesn't even know there's a wild stampede is coming. Scar was the one who informed Mufasa about the stampede. Mufasa doesn't even know what Simba was doing in that time. So is it possible Mufasa could have been just as much of a villain as Scar? Or was the mentions of his temper just empty words and he really was just a kind and peaceful king? Thanks for watching. Feel free to check all of the other videos I have made about The Lion King. If you like the video, please subscribe to my channel, hit the like button below and please don't forget to share this video with your friends.